All right, everyone, we back at it again. Welcome to the city of Cincinnati, most positive channel on the face of the earth. We welcome everyone to the channel. We're all about positivity on this channel. We don't care about your religion, your race, your economic status, what your political views are. As long as you're a good person, we welcome everyone to the channel. Very busy weekend here in the city of Cincinnati. It's the annual jazz festival. So we got thousands of people here in the city of Cincinnati. We got big old R&B acts, national acts like New Edition, Kim, Envogue. Maxwell was here last night. Comedian Ricky Smiley and the rapper The Brett did a radio show here in the city of Cincinnati for 2 days. We went down there and checked that out. There's just a lot going on here. Thousands of people here in the city of Cincinnati. We was out late last night. I'm a little tired, but we back at it again. We had a wild night last night. They kept shutting us down, our live stream. I think we was too close to the concert. They kept shutting us down, had to keep starting over and over. Then we ran into a lady downtown. Unfortunately, she was tweaking hard. Apparently she was on some substance. Man, and she was out here acting real crazy. Lord have mercy. We back at it again. Today is Saturday, everyone. We're gonna be doing some people watching. New Edition will be performing later on. Kim, Envogue, and a lot of more national R&B acts. There's events all over the city of Cincinnati, thousands of people here. And I'll try to get you to all of them, let you do a little sightseeing. People watching. Hope everyone having a great day. This channel is all about providing a positive space for positive people. That's why we go live, everyone. To give positive people a positive platform to come mingle with each other, unwind after a long day, to make new friends. And we also go live to put a spotlight on the homeless crisis. When I'm not busy running around the city to different events, we go around to different homeless camps throughout the city of Cincinnati, putting a spotlight on the homeless crisis. How you doing, Janice? Just now getting started. Had a long night, Janice, and we back at it again. Hopefully they don't shut us down today. All right, everyone, when we go live, feel free to mingle, talk about whatever you want to talk about, spirituality, politics, current affairs. Or if you just want to joke around, meet new friends, feel free to do that. We just ask everyone to be real respectful. We're all about positivity over here. We don't put no one down. We don't put each other down. We're all about positive energy and supporting each other. If you got a business you want to promote, feel free to promote your business. If you got a YouTube channel you want to promote, feel free to promote your channel. We're all about supporting each other. Group economics. Life is hard enough out here without trying to keep each other down. So we wish each other nothing but the best on this channel. Yes, indeed, Janice. Edwin, how you doing, family? This is the city of Cincinnati. The biggest musical festival, the biggest music festival here in the city is taking place this weekend. Cincinnati Jazz Festival. Thousands of people from out of town is here. National recording artists are here like New Edition, Maxwell, Kim, a whole bunch of other R&B artists. So the city is very busy, which means we may come across a lot of music. If we do, I'm gonna have to hit that mute button. We can't have music playing in the background, so if I come across a lot of music, Nothing is wrong with your phone. I gotta hit that mute button. UFO 777. How you doing, family? We back at it again. Had a long night last night, but we are back. Yeah, it was jam-packed. It's gonna be jam-packed again today. Jam-packed tomorrow. I'm gonna go through the health tips like I always do at the beginning of the live stream, but the chat is open, everyone. Talk about last night, talk about anything that's going on in the news. If you just wanna do some sightseeing here in the city of Cincinnati, wanna joke around in the chat, go ahead and do that. New Edition, high prices. Yeah, plus they ain't by themselves. New Edition here with Envogue, all on the same ticket. You got New Edition, Envogue, you got Cam, I think you got Coco Jones, Steve Coakley. So it ain't just New Edition by themselves. There's a whole bunch of people. AP, how you doing, family? All right, everyone, let me go through the health tips real fast before we do some sightseeing. I lost so many friends and family members due to health conditions at an early age that I feel the need to go over some good health tips that I get from my herbalist, self-made millionaire herbalist with his own land, his own healing clinic. He's out here healing thousands of people. He got his own land. He grows his own fruits and vegetables. He grows his own herbs. His name is Dr. Yaki Awaken, and he's out here doing great work. So anyone out there in need of some healing, I encourage everyone, pay attention to the information and go to his website. All right, everyone, his name is Dr. Yaki Awaken. You spell that Y-A-H-K-I, YakiAwaken.com. If you're dealing with any health issues and you're tired of going to the hospital, getting pumped full of medication with a bunch of side effects, I encourage everyone, go check out this herbalist. He out here doing miracles, everyone. Don't let your doctors tell you there's nothing you can do about your health condition. You do not have to stay on medication for the rest of your life. Herbalists out here is doing great jobs, and I follow 2 herbalists, and I'm gonna give you their information right now. YakiAwaken.com and DivineMedicinals.com, guaranteed to change your life. The first one, Yaki Awaken, you spell his name, Y-A-H-K-I, Awaken.com. Go to his website, check out his herbs. Go to his YouTube channel, check out all his videos, and I guarantee you, he will change your life. YakiAwaken.com. What's going on from Connecticut? The second one, everyone, is Divine Medicinals. D-I-V-I-N-E medicinals.com. Go check out them 2 herbalists if you're dealing with any health conditions. I guarantee you they will change your life around. Now here's my health tips real fast, then we about to get busy. There's a lot going on in the city, so I'm gonna speed through these health tips. If you're already in good health, keep doing what you're doing. Your body is the best teacher, so if your body's saying nothing is wrong, keep doing what you're doing. You can ignore this part of the video, but if you're having health conditions and you want to try something new, here's a few health tips. Then we about to get busy. We about to go do some people watching. Health tip number 1, everyone, is to surround yourself around positive people. It's a scientific fact that being around negative people can weaken your immune system. Being mad and angry and depressed and bitter all the time is very bad for you. It can weaken your immune system and make you very sick. So protect your energy. Keep negative people out of your life. And that includes friends and family members. If friends and family members are always getting on your nerves, always got bad news, always got something negative to say, love them from a distance, but keep negative people out of your life. Look at this, they got health food all over the place. I'm gonna have to try this place out. Art of War, how you doing, family? Back when I first went vegetarian, I used to have to eat rice cakes and grilled cheese all the time, but now they got health stores all over the place. Thank you for showing the health people some love. All right, health tip number 2, everyone, is to get outside in nature. Nature is your friend. Stop being in the house. Get away from all that Wi-Fi. Get outside. Get in the sun for 30 minutes. You get a lot of vitamin D from the sun. And I encourage everyone. Nina Vixen, how you doing, family? All right, everyone. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to be having to hit that mute button a lot. They jamming down here. 3-day music fest. I'm sure there's going to be music everywhere. They just interrupted my health tips. How you doing, Nina? So I encourage everyone to get outside in nature. Get away from the house, all that Wi-Fi. Walk in the sun for 30 minutes. Exercise for 30 minutes. The easiest exercise you can do is walking. So walk in the sun 30 minutes. A lot of health benefits from that. I encourage everyone to include in your diet organic fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and herbs. Very, very healthy for you if you want to be on this planet for a long, healthy time. You can find some of the best raw nuts on Amazon. I'm talking about raw nuts like raw Brazil nuts, which are very good for breast health. So all the women out there, go on Amazon and get some raw Brazil nuts. They are very good for breast health. Eat like 5 of them a day if you can. Get raw walnuts, raw cashews, pumpkin seeds. You can find all that on Amazon, and they are very, very good for you. I encourage everyone to include in your diet organic fruits and vegetables like organic raw broccoli. Don't cook the broccoli, don't fry the broccoli. Eat that broccoli raw. A lot of enzymes in that broccoli, and it's very good for you. If you're dealing with any health issues, raw organic broccoli will get you together real fast. Also encourage everyone to eat more organic fruits. My herbalist told me it's good to eat a big bowl of grapes first thing in the morning, or a big bowl of cantaloupe all by itself. Don't eat nothing with it. Either eat a big bowl of grapes by themselves or a big bowl of cantaloupe, and don't eat nothing else for 30 minutes. This advice is coming from a self-made millionaire that got his own clinic in St. Louis named Yaki Awaken, and he's out here healing thousands of people that thought they only had a limited time on this earth. So he know what he's talking about. After that, I encourage everyone to start eating organic oranges, like blood oranges are very good for you. Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, watermelon. I encourage everyone to try to give away from that tap water and start drinking alkaline water and spring water. And last but not least, I encourage everyone to get a juicer and start juicing like crazy. Juice organic fruits and vegetables. A lot of health benefits that come from doing that. My mother was having kidney problems. I got her this juicer and gave her the recipe for kidneys, and within a year, her kidneys went from being very bad to being very good. So juicing really does work, everyone. It's not a myth. Juicing really does work. So if you don't got a juicer, go get yourself a juicer and start juicing like crazy organic fruits and vegetables. And drink as much juice as you can. Let me give you the recipe for the kidneys. The recipe that got my mother together. Then we about to go out here and do some sightseeing. The recipe for the kidneys, everyone, is 4 raw string beans, 1 cucumber, 1 green apple, 3 reels of celery, and 1 cup of blueberries or blackberries. Again, the recipe for the kidneys: 4 raw string beans, 1 apple, 1 cucumber, 3 ribs of celery, and a cup of blueberries or a cup of blackberries. And those are my health tips. Because I want everyone, every good person, to be on this planet for a long, healthy time. All right, everyone, we're in the city of Cincinnati on a Saturday. The Jazz Festival is here. There's thousands of people from out of town here in the city of Cincinnati. We've been out here for the past couple days. We had a wild night last night. They kept shutting our stream down because I think we was too close to the concert. They didn't want us to get all that free footage, so they kept shutting the stream down. Then we was downtown. Unfortunately, we saw a lady down there twerking. Lord have mercy, people. Stay away from that stuff. Only put good things in your body, like the things I just named, because that lady was twerking big time last night. Esther, how you doing, family? I do not encourage the eating of pigs. That is Esther, that's not me. If you want strokes and heart attacks and cancer, eat that pig. The most filthiest animal on the planet. Stay away from that pig, y'all. No pork on the fork. We're trying to keep you out of the hospital. No pork on a fork. Do not listen to that recipe Aunt Esther just gave you. She'll have you out here lay it out. I know you are, Aunt Esther.
In your pocket over here. You got your hand in your bottle. You just go to liquor store around the corner right up there.
What's going on, Bongo? Hey, Bongo. If you eating bacon and you don't got no health condition, then keep on doing you, friend. If it ain't taking no toll on your health, then keep on. But if you got high blood pressure and all that kind of stuff, you may want to get off the bacon. But if it's not having no effect on your health, then eat away. More bacon for you, less bacon for me. All right, everyone. Had to hit that mute button because they down here jamming. And YouTube take all the fun out. They do not allow music to be playing in the background. Every time I try to play music, I get a warning from YouTube. So I gotta hit that mute button every time we come across some music. Everyday Media, thank you, family, for the economic blessing. Thank you, Everyday Media, truly appreciate it. Everyday Media, I love that name. All right, I'm taking us away from the music so I could do a little, let y'all hear the sounds of the city so I won't have to hit that mute button. But they down there jamming on the Fountain Square here in the city of Cincinnati. They got a big old party going on.
What did it say?
I can't see the chat right now, so if you're talking to me, I can't see the chat right now. But the chat is open, everyone. Feel free to mingle in the chat, talk about whatever you want to talk about, spirituality, politics, current affairs. If you just want to mingle around, make new friends in the chat, joke around, go ahead and do that. Esther, you sick of doing the lecture slide? That's been around for a long time. Lecture slide ain't going nowhere. They've been doing that dance for a long, long time. Welcome to the city of Cincinnati, everyone. Most positive channel on the face of the earth. We welcome everyone to the channel. We don't care about your religion, your political views, your race, your economic status. We don't care what political party you belong to. We don't care if you eat bacon. Although the host is a vegan. As long as you're a good person, we welcome everyone to the channel. Double Speak Telecast. How you doing, family? Double Speak Telecast got a YouTube channel, everyone. So if you would be so kindly to show some love to Double Speak Telecast, I'm already subscribed to the channel because that's what we all about, supporting each other. So if you want to show love to his YouTube channel, he do have a YouTube channel. Downtown Cincinnati, everyone. 3-day music fest going on with some of the biggest R&B acts in the world. We just left the square. I had to get away from there so I can hit that unmute button because they're going to be partying and jamming on the square all day. So they're going to have music playing all day. We'll go back there and check out some dance moves. Right now, I'm getting down here to, I'm going to try to get down here to a park where they're supposed to be doing some speaking on mental health. Lord have mercy. There's a lot of people that can use that. We seen the lady last night that was out here tweaking. Apparently she was on some kind of substance. There's a lot of people out here that can use some mental health help. Positive vibes only. It's very hot here in the city of Cincinnati. I'm getting a lot of vitamin D out here in the sun. Everyone that's new to the channel, this is the city of Cincinnati. We all about positive energy. We go live to give positive people a positive platform to come talk, mingle, make new friends. We also go live to put a spotlight on the homeless crisis. For over 10 years, I've been paying the homeless to turn in cans, giving them a legal way to make some money. We got several videos where you can see us at the homeless camps, paying the homeless to turn in cans, giving them money and food, most importantly, giving them conversation. We also got videos where you can see us paying the children in the community to turn in cans, giving our babies a legal way to make some money out here. That's what we all about. Positive energy, trying to make something out of nothing, turning trash into cash, trying to give people a reason to smile in this crazy world. We got to smile more, we got to laugh more, or we all end up going crazy. Thank you, Janice. Yes, everyone, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And like I say, we all about helping out the homeless and the children. To everyone that donated, we truly appreciate it. Anyone that will like to donate to the homeless and to the children, and you'll see for yourself what we're doing out here. You want to help us give the homeless more food and clothes and all kind of stuff like that. We do have a PayPal and a Cash Out. The PayPal is PayPal/HTaylor509, HTAYLOR509. The Cash Out is $Mr. Helping the Homeless. So if you want to help us get some food and water and tents to the homeless, you can donate there. Eventually, I want to also start going around making some organic recipes for the homeless. I'm into juicing, I'm into holistic healing, and I've been juicing for a lot of friends and family members, and I decided I want to extend that to the homeless and to the children. So I want to start juicing for the homeless and for the children also, and that costs a lot of money, a lot of time and effort. So if you want to contribute to that, the Cash Out is Cash Out $Mr. Helping the Homeless. If you can't afford to donate, don't worry about it. And if you have a business that you want to promote, anything you're doing in the community and you want people to support you, feel free to let everyone in the chat know what you're doing. We're all about supporting each other. Share your information and let everyone know how they can support you. This is where they're having a mental health discussion. I hope this is where they're having a mental health discussion. I think radio host Charlemagne the God supposed to be down here talking about mental health. There's a lot of people going insane out here, so I think this is it, everyone. So let's get down here and see if we can get some good information on mental health. A lot of people going nuts out here. See if I can get across the street without getting hit. All right, everyone. They're having a discussion about mental health right here, I believe. Yep, this is the spot. Discussion on mental health. I'm gonna be quiet and let y'all listen in.
After that, also learning that when I was a kid, I was really affected because I witnessed domestic violence from my first stepfather towards my mother. And when I got older, and I realized that I now have suicidal thoughts, right? Like I believe in Jesus and I don't want to live. I'm helping people every day and I can't figure out my own life. Few things are more frustrating than when you are able to help everybody else all the time, and then when you get alone by yourself looking in the mirror, you don't like what you see. You don't like the thoughts that you have. And so I had to deal with that, and realizing I too was having panic attacks and learning how much I was affected by PTSD. I literally diagnosed it and didn't recognize it in myself, right? And so I was depressed, dealing with anxiety, feeling the pressure of trying to take care of a family and be everything I thought people wanted me to be. And so I made the decision to go see a therapist, and simultaneously I knew I needed more than therapy. So I went and talked to my doctor and was prescribed an antidepressant too. And can I say that those are not life sentences? I think I took it for maybe 2.5 years, and my body was able to start doing things that I needed to do on its own. And it was so life-changing for me because I learned how to change the way I think about me, first and foremost, and realizing that I had to speak to myself differently and I respond to situations differently. So when looking now versus probably 2019 and 2018 for sure, I see that situations that would have, sent me on 10 before, now I'm able to just kind of brush off and be like, God, you either gonna do it or you're not. I'm gonna be straight. So that was a big change for me that started when I had to sit and be on the other side of the couch and deal with all of my stuff.
And let me just jump in real quick, Mike. I want you to touch on that medicated side of the coin. On one end, in terms of what's the balance between taking medication and not taking medication, and then also, if you can a little bit speak on children being medicated, because we see that in schools as well. They kind of automatically kind of push in that direction. And is your opinion on whether they do it too early, and what's too early in terms of kids being medicated for certain illnesses? And then we can jump back to that one. I just want to kind of bring it to that.
I got you. So I put it like this. I tell my clients this. If we are working on coping skills that you can use, anxiety management skills you can use, like things, practical things that you use, and you're trying those things and you're not getting results, then we're probably looking at a chemical issue, a biological issue. So we probably need for you to go talk to your doctor, because I can't prescribe. So we need you to go talk to them and try to get medication that is going to speak to what you need. There's actually something called gene site testing. And so years before, they would try you out on all these different medications and you feel like a guinea pig. But now you can actually get testing to see which medications are probably going to be more effective for you. If you are struggling to do the things that you know should help, then it's probably a good time to talk to a doctor. And it's a good thing to talk to your PCP first, as they talked about before. PCPs tend to know you. Your primary care physicians can really spend more time with you. Sometimes, absolutely, professionals, medical professionals, teachers, school staff, we love them, and sometimes they can be pro-medication for kids. My personal philosophy is you have to think about your values and your beliefs about medicating your children, and have an open mind, but know your kids. Do they over-medicate our kids? Absolutely. Do they overdiagnose our kids? Absolutely. For instance, it's easy for young black boys to be diagnosed with ADHD instead of a type of trauma diagnosis. Because sometimes what we're seeing is the body responding to a lot of trauma as opposed to an inability to pay attention. So you need somebody who can sit with you and really understand what you're dealing with. Know your kids. My recommendation is, if we're not talking about like a psychotic break where your kid is, violent out of nowhere, things like that, if we have some time, go to therapy first. Ask the therapist, do you think I should talk to my doctor about medication? Therapist is probably going to get to know your kid and come back after a few sessions and say, yeah, let's try this, or talk to your doctor.
Man, he just said a word, because I remember being young and they wanted to put me on Ritalin. And my dad was like, no, he don't need to be on Ritalin, he needs his ass beat. Neither one of those options was the option I needed. I needed somebody to talk to.
Let's also not discount the role that diet plays in all of this too, right? As a former teacher, you see it, your kids are hopped up on candy and flaming hots and all this stuff that sounds like a science project when you read the back of it. So we have to make sure that we're talking about this holistically. You can't talk about your mental health without talking about your physical health and what you're putting in your kids' body. Yours as well, folks. Some of y'all snapping off on your kids because you ain't eating right. Dr. Mike, let's get back to the question that we were on, though. I think that vulnerability is a form of strength. So what experiences have you had with mental health?
No, absolutely. I think for me, it's interesting because my wife is here. I think getting put on Front Street has played to the club. Because I think part of it was denying certain things, certain feelings. And she looked at me like, no, here's what's wrong with you. and then being willing to listen after that on top of that. So her being able to say, no, this is what's wrong, you need to go talk to somebody, go sit down. So I think part of that too is that idea of not wanting to speak to somebody is understanding that there's people that you speak to that also speak to somebody. And so I go find me somebody to go talk to in that same vein, like, hey, all right, let me know if I'm tripping or not. And they're like, yeah, you tripping. And here's what you need to do. And here's how you kind of manage that. Here's how you work through this. And so it's being able to be receptive to those things. So I, like I said, I'd be in that same position. And part of it was being willing to listen to my wife. Sort of like I was talking about where people were setting appointments. She threatened me a couple of times, said, hey, if you don't go talk to somebody, I'm going to set something up. I'm going to find somebody for you to go talk to. And here's how it's going to work. So I had to go and do the work and said, all right, let me go find somebody that, I'm going to talk to. And it dealt with the same situation I think something we were talking about as relates to finding who that person would be. So I particularly was like, all right, let me find somebody outside of Cincinnati. I was like, because I know too many folks, so let me find somebody outside of my city, and then let me be able to have that conversation with them, and then be able to kind of unpack some things and wrestle with all the necessary steps that have to go through there.
Appreciate that conversation. So, as all of you all are advocates, let's talk about how the community and institutions can improve access. Like, what do you think needs to happen? Because I know a lot of brothers want to get into it, but they just don't know where to start, where to look. How do communities improve access to mental health?
I know, I have an organization called the Mental Wealth Alliance. It's ran by a good sister, Dr. Alfie Greenland Noble. And one of our missions is to provide 10 million black people with free therapy over the next 5 years. And, we do that by, taking donations, and we also want to raise the amount of, culturally competent mental health professionals. It's the same thing, because people come to me all of the time and they, want to donate to different causes and things like that. So that's what made me, start the organization. So I can direct them to people like, Black Men Hill. So I can direct them to people like Shanti Dawes, Silent Stream. So I can direct them to people like, the Acoma Project, which also Dr. Alfie Greenland Noble is a part of. So I just think, when it comes to providing people access, we got to make it as easy for them as possible. And, finances is absolutely one of the things that stops people from going to get the help that they need.
Ask a therapist if they have any spots for their sliding scale clients. We are ethically obligated to provide services to a handful of people who cannot afford us typically. If you don't have insurance that's accepted, if you can't afford it, just ask. I will tell you all of my slots stay full, but I always have at least 3 people who don't pay anything close to my normal rate, if they pay anything at all. I actually have a brother right now that isn't paying anything, so we offer that. Another step you can take is make sure you vote yes for mental health levies. We don't get a lot of funding. Well, let me say that, because I'm in the private sector now. In the public sector, they don't get a lot of funding, so whatever you can do to support funding for the county, please do that.
Anything to add? Okay. So, want to talk a bit about emotional literacy. So, how stoicism is a thing, right? And I think people think about it in a negative connotation, but stoicism to me is really just mastery of your emotions, right? You experience all the emotions, but you need to have mastery over them so that they don't ruin you. How do we have that conversation with our young folks?
I think part of that starts in the home, where I think the stereotype, the stereotype, the stigma of the black family is don't talk, don't feel, don't trust. And so anything that happens in the home stays in the home. Don't be telling these outside people our business. And so I think part of that is having those conversations at home and pulling out some of them family secrets from up under the rug and being able to speak to a number of those different issues that are happening in the house. And I think once we kind of get that moving, it makes it, I think our young people start feeling as if it's a safe space to be able to speak, as opposed to the idea of, all right, well, why are you crying? Stop crying, be quiet, sit down, shut up, don't say nothing else. I think once we give them a safe spot to be able to express whatever those feelings are, I think it makes it a little bit more tangible for when the teachers have to talk to them, or when pastors have to talk to them, when their employer has to talk to them, as opposed to, it being stonewalled with everybody else, because it never started at home.
Candid question. So how are you doing with expressing your emotions?
I can't say I am the best, and so, once again, because my family's here, they ain't gonna let me slide on it. And I think that becoming better at that, because once again, I came from one of those families where they didn't express any of those emotions. So I had to learn to literally do it because it doesn't come natural. And so I think it's cognitively saying, okay, let me make sure I'm letting them know, here's what's going on. Being able to say, hey, I'm tripping about this, let me know. Here's something that parents, like maybe far out for some of you, is literally apologizing to your kids for certain things that you may have acted out on to them, or outside life started happening and they got the whooping because of it. They ain't gonna do nothing. So I've apologized to my kids because I lashed out at them, and they just became it's called friendly fire. Like they caught a couple strays because daddy had a bad day. Daddy was stressed out. Mama stressed daddy out. That's what it is. Mama stressed daddy out. And so they caught a couple of strays because of it. And so once again, being able to kind of apologize to them because of that, and be able to be forthcoming and say, you know what? Look, I want to say I'm sorry. Daddy was tripping today. Hey, give me a hug. Let's go get some ice cream. Let me make it up to you, because that wasn't the best way to express this.
And you react to so many people differently all the time, right? Like, you react to your kids differently than you might react to other people. You react to your wife differently. You react to friends differently. I don't know why that is, So what Dr. said just now is very important. Like, I know I apologize to my kids all the time. I apologize to my wife all the time. I never got that when I was young. I didn't know what my dad was dealing with that he was projecting onto us, but I do now, but back then I didn't. I didn't get no apology. And you don't understand the number that does on a kid's psyche, because you feel like you can never do anything right, and you don't want to walk around on eggshells around nobody. That's not a comfortable feeling. So you definitely don't want your kids walking around on eggshells around you. I want to raise my kids out of love, not fear. I feel like my dad, raised me in fear because he didn't want me to make a lot of the same mistakes, that he made, but I ended up making them anyway. So I want to just be able to raise my kids out of love, man, and not fear. I don't want them to be afraid of me.
Right. Dr. Johnson, same question.
To add to that, it's not strong to hide from your kids. If you're experiencing emotion, have it in front of your kids. Talk to them about it. I'm still grieving my dad after 3 years, and there are times when my son, who's 8 now, I'll tell him, like, I'm just sad, I miss my dad. I'm fine, but I'm sad. Having those experiences normalizes it in front of our children, so they won't have these complexes that we have and misinterpret stoicism for strength. Not necessarily the same thing.
I tell you, my father, when he finally cried in front of me, it was so freeing. Right, I might have been in my late teens or something, and he was grieving his brother that he lost, and him crying in front of me validated, because again, it's my father, right? This is my example. When he did that made it okay for me. So I definitely cried in front of my son, just to, hey man, it's okay to experience the full range of the human experience and have those emotions, man. So thank you for that. We are getting close to opening up a question, so I hope that you all are thinking about some things you want to ask us as we get through this stuff. But let's talk about community impact a little bit. So how can the community, our Black community, work together to create a more supportive environment for mental health? We talked about stigmas, we talked about all these preconceived notions, but how can our community come together to work around this? Kick it off with you, Pastor Scruggs.
Okay, I was going to say, I think part of it is collaborations, being able to come together and say, hey, here's the conversations that we need to have. So obviously, I'm part of the Black Men Think Tank, but I think more conversations need to be had to be able to come to the table and say, hey, you're doing some work in this space, you're doing some work in this space. Let's come together and see how we can make this a tangible thing throughout the course of the year. And I think even when Charlie mentioned about trying to offer free health care, so figuring out how can we implement that, being able to take initiatives like that, getting behind and say, hey, what happens when we all come together to get behind this? Of course, as a pastor, I've been working for years to try to get churches to come together, because you gotta imagine, you take however number of Black churches alone in a city, if you say, hey, we're all gonna get behind one common cause, how many people you have that follow behind that cause that can help champion that? It's churches that get people like this, churches that help to push certain agendas across. So I think being able to collaborate in as many different spaces as possible to be able to push whatever agenda that we need wherever.
Anybody else want to add on?
I mean, I think what y'all are doing with the Black Men Think Tank is amazing. You know, I said that earlier, talking to somebody, like, you know, anytime that you can create a space, especially for black men, like what space do black men have to have these kind of conversations? Black men don't have no safe spaces, you know? So I feel like, you know, the Black Men Think Tank is a safe space that y'all created for black men in this community to come together and just have these conversations, man. You'd be surprised where a simple conversation can take a person. Everything in my life, like probably everything I'm doing in my life started because somebody sparked a seed, you know, planted a seed in me just from having a conversation. So just the fact that y'all have created this safe space and created this community called the Black Men Think Tank, I think is incredible.
Appreciate that, man. I think that's a good segue to talk about your support system, right? And how the people you surround yourself with affect your mental health, support you in your mental health journey. So, Dr. Johnson, we'll start with you. What's your thoughts around how to build the right support system around you?
It's everything. It is literally everything. Boundaries are your friends. Having criteria, right? So if we go in the Great American Ballpark, there's a list of rules and things you can bring into the ballpark and things you cannot bring into the ballpark. I believe that your life needs to work the same way. People who are in your life need to know that there are some things that you will allow and some things you will not allow. You need people who are going to encourage you, tell you the truth, respect your time, respect your journey, respect what you're trying to build, respect your relationships, respect your faith, respect everything that you're doing. Because if you have to spend time worrying about people who are not pushing you, who are not helping you and do not support you, that is time you are taking away from other things you could be doing, like playing college football 25. Woo, as soon as we get out of here.
That's a form of self-care, though.
Exactly. That's text my family. You know, they get it though, because my support system is so good. So I'll say that before I shut up. My wife has no problem saying, "Oh, you need to play the game? Okay, good night." Right? Or, "Hey, I'll go take the kids, do this," because my family understands that I need time to be me too. My clients understand that if I need to cancel because I'm going to do this with my family, I apologize. I'll see you next week. Right? Everybody in my life needs to understand that I am committed to being healthy and being happy. If you are on that same vein with me and I can do the same thing for you, great, we can work together. If not, I'm gonna love you from over here.
No, and I think that's major. I keep my circle tight like a Cheerio, and so it was interesting even bringing up the question. It was myself, Grant. I got brothers here that I've known literally almost 30 years, if not more. And so we got a chance to go out and go kick it, just go eat. One of the brothers came here from out of town, so it was just an opportunity for us to just kick it. It wasn't no agenda. We weren't talking about, church stuff, work stuff. We wasn't dealing with, any issues. It was just us kicking it, having time together, having some fun, having some laughs, over some food, breaking bread, and just time together. That was it. And just the simplicity of that alone, means a ton. Because, as you mentioned, we don't have a lot of safe spaces. And so wherever we get a chance to be able to just let our, I was going to say let our hair down, but as y'all can see,
It's not much hair up here.
Yeah. So,
You got it up.
It's great.
Yeah,
I got y'all.
We ain't got that. So, but being able to just a place where we can just breathe for a second, that's monumental because it's recharging. It allows us to be able to get our fuel back together and go back out the next day. You have to imagine how many brothers don't have that and have run out of fuel. They tapped out. And so it's hard to pour anything from an empty cup. So those opportunities to be able to just build with your brothers, just have some fun, laugh, joke, people watch, talk about folk, whatever the case may be. But I think it's essential to be able to navigate every day.
Man, boundary, everything that the brothers are saying, boundaries are so important. The power of no is so important. I didn't really learn boundaries till I got in my 40s. I've been a people pleaser my whole life. And I know why, I know why I've been a people pleaser my whole life, but it's just man, you cannot be afraid to say no to people because, as you just said, if I don't have nothing to give because everybody else done drained me, what good am I to anybody else or myself?
No is a full sentence.
Man, no is a full sentence, and don't feel bad about it. You'll feel guilty. You might, be stressing about it. Sometimes I don't have that no more. I used to in a real way. But now it's like no. And when somebody says, well, why? I shouldn't have to explain my why, but guess what? Because I don't want to. And it's really that simple. I just don't want to right now. No.
Shout out to my wife, my no advocate. Yeah, so we talked a bit about healthy spaces and finding outlets. Let's go a little bit deeper about that. I know I was in a season where I didn't even know what I liked anymore. My whole life became work and family and community and trying to change the world and all this stuff to the point where I'm like, I don't even know what's fun to me anymore. So how do you go down that journey of self-discovery to figure out what it is that you even like to do?
I'm trying to find some answers myself, so I'm hoping that one of y'all got it, because I think that's major. We talked about not knowing what makes how to have fun, because you lost the ability. So I think that's big. Other than, and you know I'm an advocate for taking naps. So and I push naps in a heartbeat. I'm like, just go take a nap. What's wrong? Take a nap, lay down. So, but no, I think it's trying to figure out those outlets to be able to say, no, here's how I'd like to have fun. Here's how safe ways to have fun and enjoy, this time. I think that is major. I think it's lost. I think we've lost that ability.
Man, you know what's fun to me at 46 years old? Doing nothing.
Lord, for doing nothing, man.
Because if they say, staying busy is usually a response to trauma, right? Like we drown ourselves in our work. We always want to be doing something because we try to run from ourselves. Man, when you get to a place of peace, man, it's just like, I'm not running from nothing. I don't want to do anything. I want to do nothing at this moment. And that is absolute fun to me. I like being at the house with my wife and my kids and, basically just doing whatever it is we want to do. If they say they want to go to, medieval times for the day, like, all right, let's go to medieval times. Like, if they want to just go out in the pool, let's go in the pool. Like, I like doing nothing with the people that I love.
Yeah, I concur. Doc, you want to add anything to that?
We know hard to go after
college football.
Well, it for sure. Get creative. In our city, we have a ton of park spaces. Just try something different. I don't know if I'm gonna get invited back. Try something that culturally we don't typically do. You might like it. Just get creative. If you haven't done it, and you thank you. And if you don't know that you hate it, try it. If you've never tried this type of food, go. You've never been to this restaurant, go. I found out that I love going to the movies by myself. Oh, it's the best. Because I don't got to coordinate nothing with you. I can pick my own seat. I ain't got to wait till it works for you. I'm going to see Deadpool by myself. I can't wait. I like getting food I realize that I prefer to get food and take it back home. That's what I like to do. I can eat and hear that PlayStation beat. It's what I like. And as you get older, you have to learn who you are in different stages and different seasons of your life. You heard Charlamagne say at 46, right? This is what I learned. So what is super fun for me right now, 3 years from now, I might be over it. But we go take a walk in Wynn Woods and my daughter's like, Daddy, can we go back? Daddy, can we go back? And it was free. It didn't cost me anything and we took care of our bodies. Great time. 5 years ago, I wasn't gonna think about going on a walk.
Let's talk about letting go of toxic relationships. Oftentimes, I think we find ourselves in these friendships. Sometimes, the childhood friendships, the college friendships, whatever the season is, and we are uncomfortable with letting go of things that are no longer for us. Let's talk a little bit about how folks recognize toxicity, and how they get to a place where they're comfortable letting it go.
Now I was just gonna say, if you don't let it go, God gonna make you let it go. I've learned that in my life too. There's plenty of people, especially when you come from, the hood or a rural area in South Carolina, like I came from. There's plenty of people that you've known forever, but the reality is, do you really know them anymore? Do they really know you? If they still doing the same thing that y'all was doing when y'all was 20 plus years old, they don't know you anymore. Like you can hear it in conversation, right? Like how you just said, I want to go see Deadpool Wolverine with some popcorn and some peanut M&Ms. You want to go to the club? When the last time you seen me in a club? Like, but but it's because that person doesn't know you anymore. That person is still stuck on a version of you that they have in their head. And man, if you are constantly trying to move forward, if you're constantly trying to evolve as a human, you don't need anybody constantly bringing you back to your old traumas, right? So it's like, for me, what I've learned, you can try to hold on to those people in your life, but I've seen God and life just eliminate all of those individuals in your circle. And if you hold on to them too long, you're gonna end up hurting yourself in the process. So man, when you get that notion in your head, when you hear that voice in your head say, you know it's time to let that person go, right? You know you and that person aren't what y'all think y'all are anymore. And you don't do it, watch how you end up hurting yourself.
Like me and you, we 30-something years in, so talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this kind of ties into the next panel with relationships, but even just speaking to that idea that literally we've seen each other grow up. We've seen, like, been at each other's weddings and been at the hospital for each other's kids when they were born. And, but it's not to the fact of we're not just with each other or around each other because our schedules converged one day in high school. It was saying, okay, here's some common traits about him that are in me, and we're both trying to grow as we navigate this space together. I think a lot of times we keep people in our circle because we were in homeroom in 3rd grade. And that was just by accident. It wasn't necessarily because y'all were supposed to stick together. There's always the church cliche that there's some people for a season, but you got to also know when that season is up, and also be able to discern that because milk that is good and milk that is expired looks the same. I got to know what the difference is. And so I have to be able to, look and say, okay, you know what, there's some things that you may be ingesting that are making you sick right now. It's because you kept it around too long past its due date. So I have to be able to look in my circle and say, okay, out of these people that are surrounding me every day, how many of them would I trust to come to my house and I'm not there and it's just my spouse? How many people in my circle that are around me would I trust to pick my children up from school? How many people around me would I trust to be vulnerable enough to say, hey, I'm going through something right now. I need you to help push me in the right direction. And better yet, how many of them will give you who gives you good advice versus bad advice? I can literally run to enough people that are going to give me bad advice. But there's some people I know that are by me that will say, no, here's what you need to do. I know this ain't what you want to do, but here's what you need to do. So they're willing to speak into my life so that way I can always become better and not become worse slowly and don't even know it. And so I think that goes back to what Trojan mentioned. That's the reason why why we've been running together for so long, because it wasn't just by accident that we converged at one point in time. It's by design that we've been navigating this space and trying to push things forward.
I always say relationships cannot just have history, they have to have destiny. We cannot just have a past, we gotta have a future. And a lot of times with our toxic relationships, we know what they are. You don't need people to come and point them out, like you know them. They waste your money, they waste your time, you gotta keep having the same conversations. You don't like inviting them to stuff. If you are inviting somebody out of obligation, that's a good sense that this is not going really well. And in order to make that step, we have to be willing to do a couple things. One, I gotta be willing to risk hurting you. I know we don't want to, especially when you struggle with people pleasing, but disconnections can hurt for a little while. That doesn't mean we get to not have them. Sometimes we have to disconnect from friends. It is uncomfortable, but it is growth. It is necessary. Recently, my trainer told me, if you're gonna grow a plant, you gotta prune it in order to shape it. Right? If you want it to grow in a specific way, if you want your life to grow in a specific way, sometimes you gotta cut relationships. You also have to be willing to deal with the consequences for yourself. You also gotta be willing to say, I might be a little more lonely than I typically am. This might be tough for me to deal with. I might have to do some things by myself, and I don't wanna feel alone, but you can be productive while being alone. You cannot be productive while you're in toxicity.
You're gonna break up now or break up later, but eventually you're gonna break up. Yeah.
Not last question, but let's talk about the role of relationships from a man-woman perspective in your mental health. Like, all right, you gotta be thinking about this one. All right, so Mike, let's start with you. You do a lot of marriage counseling. A good woman can help, bad woman can hurt. Same with men. What are you advising?
I think part of it is one, being equally yoked and understanding what that looks like. So, of course, I'm always push towards, whoever you're with, do they have the capacity of being a spouse? If not, then why are you with them? Because once you get to that place, where whether it's mental health, physical health, spiritual health, if they're not being able to assist you or guide you during those times, then they're probably more of a detriment than they are an asset. So I have to be able to be what I call being choosy about who I choose. So because it is such so monumental in terms of how you handle it. One of the things I always speak to is two of the biggest decisions that you'll make in life. Number one is choosing Christ as Savior. Number two is who you marry. And so that piece in terms of choosing who you marry is major. If my wife wasn't a supporter, if she wasn't an encourager, if she wasn't someone to help push me to my next level, I probably wouldn't be sitting in this seat, number one. Probably may have been dead a while ago. Like, a number of different things that have happened. But it's so monumental to that idea, and that goes back to the piece also when I talk about safe space. I call it a place to land. Many times guys need a place to land. When it comes down to communication, we may not necessarily talk because we're looking for a safe place to land. Ladies, we need you to be a safe place to land. He may not be talking because he don't feel safe landing at that airport right now. And if an airplane doesn't feel safe landing, there are two things that are going to happen. It's either going to circle that tarmac above the sky for a while, or it's going to go to the next airport. One or the other. And so you have to be that place by which he feels safe to be able to allow his feelings to come forth, to be vulnerable, to be able to share his emotions. And so that's why that thing is so important in terms of who you have next to you.
With you both being in the ministry, let me ask you this. So what is the role of divorce? If it no longer serves, if it's toxic, how do you all feel like as many people are deep in the church, have deep feelings about marriage and whether you stay in or stay out? What advice do you give?
No, that's big. And so one of the questions, without getting into a long answer, one of the questions that they asked Jesus was about divorce. He says, hey, well, that's fine, but let me show you the other way. And so he spoke to the fact that they pressured those related to divorce, and that's why he kind of gave them rules about which divorce happens. I kind of give a couple of different areas by which divorce that we kind of put on the platform. So one is adultery, they kind of sleeping around, got a whole separate family, the other side, that whole idea. That's, we understand. There's also abandonment. The other person just simply just walks away and says, hey, like, I ain't on this boat that you on. Another one that oftentimes isn't even, that you don't necessarily see in the Bible, is abuse, where if every day is WWF in your household, like, I'm not going to tell you to go back. Like, we need to have a conversation about safety and you finding somewhere else to go. Y'all shouldn't be wrestling unless that's y'all thing. Unless that's y'all thing, then by all means y'all wrestle. But if it ain't your thing, then find a safe way out. And so I speak to those areas first, and then I go into that idea of separation before I even jump to divorce. I say, all right, well, maybe you need to take this season where you both separate for a season so you can deal with getting whole, so I can bring you back again. Because I think the piece that many of us wrestle with, that kind of even goes back to the original question, is that many times, most people who come to the altar aren't whole to begin with. And so they're already dealing with a number of different issues, a number of different traumas, a number of different background problems. And because they never got whole, now you're coming with your broken self, and we're both broken in this relationship trying to figure it out. I can speak to my own household. We've been married 21 years. It wasn't all holy matrimony. A lot of it was just matrimony. We were surviving. But it wasn't until we realized the issues that we had to get fixed that it became that we learned how to become better together. And so it's being able to walk through those steps before we just ultimately say, all right, well, toss the baby out with the bathwater. Y'all need to get a divorce because she don't cook and you don't come home every day. It's being able to talk through some of those things and address some of those things and walk through some of those things before I kind of just close that door all the way. Hopefully I get that kind of answer before I got long on my rabbit trail.
Yeah. So Charlamagne, you've been really public about and honest about things in your relationship with you and your wife. How did you all get back on the path? Did you all do any counseling together? Like, how did that work out with you and your wife?
Yeah, we went to counseling once, but me and my wife been together since 1998. Like, we've been together since we was kids. So I think one thing that you realize is, like, if you've been with somebody since your teenage years and now y'all in y'all 40s, yeah, there's going to be ebbs, there's going to be flows. So a lot of it was just life. But I think the biggest thing that, you know, me and my wife have in common is that we really are friends. We really do love each other. And I think that's what, you know, men and women have to accept. Like, yes, this person's going to mess up, that person's going to mess up. But if y'all really love each other on that, you know, that evolution of life, y'all gonna stick it out. And I mean, that's where we are with each other. And I honestly could not even imagine life without my wife. I think about that all the time. You know, you have conversations with people and they're like, oh yeah, you know, me and my wife been together 2 years, and they be like 40. And I'm not knocking it. I'm just like, oh, for real? Like, cause I'm so used to being with my wife since we was kids. I just thought that was like, when you say you're doing your wife 21 years, like, to me that's just normal. We come from the same old town. Like, we know each other's parents. Like, I really could not truly imagine life without her. And I think about it all the time. Like, man, I really did, you know, hit that jackpot when it comes to finding a great queen. Because think about being with somebody from kids, high school graduation, college graduation, but then, you know, being married and having kids and just watching her be a beautiful mother. Like, I think about all of the different stages I've seen her at in life and how I'm just like, man, just in love with her at every stage. So I really, truly, honestly couldn't even imagine, you know, life without her. And it's like, yeah, that is the person that's always been my bar, right? Like, she's always been the person that I've tried to make proud, right? So that's what's made me always want to be the best version of myself as a man. It was her. And you know, women a lot of times, they are way more involved than men. They do mature way faster than men. So it's like, for me, if I want this to be the person I want to be with for the rest of my life, I gotta catch up and I gotta go out there and, you know, do the right work on myself. So, and the other thing I would add to that too is nobody can make you happy. Yeah. Like as much as I love her and as much as she makes me happy, she can't make me happy. I had to go find that happiness, you know, within myself. You know, your first, last, and best love is self-love. So when you go get that self-love and, you know, you really start loving yourself the way you're supposed to, then you'll start loving, you know, your partner the way you're supposed to.
And I'll add to that too, because while we were married 21 years, I've known my wife since 7th grade. So I met her in 7th grade gym class. And so we talk about the idea of not knowing life outside of that, we already have a rule, like, she can't die before I die. Like, or we both gotta go in the rapture, because I couldn't imagine life, because we literally since 12 years old we've known each other. So I couldn't imagine anything other than that. I told her, like, sex and real, we go together. That's it.
For real?
We go together. So there is no other thing.
The pastor listen to Sexy Bread, and I think it's beautiful. Doctor, you want to add anything there before we move on? All right, great. All right, so I want to get the questions from the crowd, but before that, any future projects or initiatives that any of you brothers are working on that you want to share with everybody before we get the questions?
No, I just want y'all to support the work that we're doing at the Mental Wealth Alliance. You know, you can go check out the website, mentalwealthalliance.org, because I think, you know, what Dr. Alfie and myself are doing is great work, and it's just more of this, you know, expanding these conversations, amplifying these conversations.
Mike?
I'll go ahead and speak towards the next event, the Black Men Think Tank. Of course, we're going to reiterate it again at the end, but we got inside of your bag, so it's on a flyer. We have our quarterly events going to be taking place in October. So we're talking finance, and so once again, convening our brothers together to have conversations on the things that we address and that we're dealing with. But of course, those who do not have a church, I invite you on any given Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Light of the World Church.
I am almost done with my first book. It's on abandonment. It's going to be called Drop, How to Hold On When They Let Go. So if you have ever encountered an experience where you expected somebody to be something for you and they were not, this book is for you. It's going to weave together faith and mental health. It is, I'm biased obviously, but I think it's amazing. And you can always keep up with me at Upgrade Counseling on Instagram. That is a great way to kind of follow what we're doing.
Let me make sure I add there before I get choked later. So my book, The Rapture, is also call it the thin line between God and hip hop. And so that is right over to my right. We got a booth that has the book over there for those that are interested. So I have to make sure that I toss that in there as well.
Oh shoot, since we're doing that, my book, my book, Get Honest and Die Lying, Why Small Talk Sucks, is my third book. It's out now too, and it's over there, y'all.
They already got time.
Oh, you got it, okay, cool. All right.
And of course, the work of the Data Initiative continues. We've got a HBCU fair coming up in the next couple of months. And then Black Futures, if you've never experienced that, is where we shut down the soccer stadium, fill it up with Black professionals, and bring out like 7 or 8 school districts worth of Black students to learn about professions and hear about short walk so they understand better how to navigate this thing called life. So definitely tap in with us. That initiative table is over there. You can register to join us. But let's move forward with some questions. So if you guys have questions for the panel, let's line up over here at the mic and let's get those answered for you.
How y'all doing?
Peace.
How you doing? I want to say I appreciate y'all brother to the panel right now, what y'all saying. So, as being a barber for 24 years in the game and listening to my clients, vulnerability is a big thing, especially in the Black community. A lot of us Black men don't have that at home, like you said. Don't have a good spouse, don't have a good wife, don't have nobody really to pour into, who can pour into them as well. And my history has been growing up, scholarships, getting incarcerated in 7 years, 8 months, 19 days, coming home to Cincinnati, becoming a barber in the city of Cincinnati, and also losing my house. My mental health has been tried throughout the years. But through my testimony and learning these things through my life as a Black man, losing and gaining, I have been able to help out my 30-year-old son to my 4-year-old son, because now I learned the transition from being an older father to a younger father generation. But you said that people need to be connected. So, in ways, especially as a Black man, James, come here, James, come here, James, come here, buddy. Come here, watch out. Love, the words. So we don't use this as Black men. Like you said, we got to be vulnerable to each other. As Black men, we don't tell our sons we love them. We don't hold our sons and do that no more, because my father was in the house but not in the house. You know what I'm saying? I had a mother who told me she loved me, but then having a Black father who worked all the time, like you said, your father was there, but my father was faithful, but he never showed me that vulnerable side. And that affected me as my life growing up. So I had to get into organizations and programs, and now looking at the school system right now, how these kids are disconnected because social media has taught them things that ain't taught in the home for the Black community. So I put a program together myself to talk about mental, financial, physical, and spiritual health, because they all fall in place as a barber, because I hear what my clients go through. But every day I go through that thing too as well, and I don't know who to talk to until I got 2 pastors who I talk to on a regular basis, because I need to get poured into, because if I don't get poured into, I'm losing myself. And I think everybody should find somebody to pour into them as well, because what y'all saying is an ongoing thing, because if we don't just can't come today and do this, we got to keep on continuously doing this, especially as a Black man. Every other culture is already together. We are losing our youth. We are losing the people up under us because we're not going back to the community like we should, and even reaching out the big community to the small communities. And as a barber, this is what I do on a regular basis, because I hear what the little man talk about, because I am a little man. But yeah, I have a big heart for the people. But I commend y'all, and I thank y'all very much. And Charlamagne, I got a gift for you too before I leave, all right? All right, my trainer.
Thank you, brother.
I got you for your beard. I see you growing it in. I got the best all natural beard balm in the Cincinnati. Shameless plug, y'all. Train Unlimited. And self-care is big. Self-care is big, man. James.
What's up, man?
That's my son, y'all. Little James.
I'll tell you what's up. Black James, appreciate you, brother. Absolutely. Just to reiterate, we'll be doing these quarterly, so this is what not to be the end.
Because
I believe the children are the future. All right, yes, sir, sister.
Black wasn't fame.
Y'all give it up for James. Give it up for little James. We love you, little brother. Go ahead, sis.
So, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Zakia Renee. First, I want to say, Charlamagne, I read your book probably about 3 weeks ago. I finished it. Great read.
Thank you.
This kind of goes along to the last question that was asked. So, he kind of stated about the divisiveness, not just politically, but also socially, economically, and especially in the Black community. So what does support look like, not just from your spouse, but from your mother, from your sister, from the Black woman? woman. What does that look like to each of you?
You want to start, Doc?
I'll think about my sisters. I'm going to talk about them. I have two amazing older sisters, and they've been my protectors. I'm the baby. I can call them about anything, and they are there for me. Tough days for me, like they call and check on me, and I don't think I need a whole lot, but just knowing that if I need to call you, you will make time for me. My sisters will tell me when I'm wrong, but they'll also tell me when I'm right. They're some of my biggest supporters. If I'm doing something and they can't be there, they are going to be there. It's little things like if I'm in an event like this and I need somebody to watch my kids, I can always call my sisters and they'll make it happen. So for me, it's really practical. It's showing up. It's making me laugh when I need to laugh. And sometimes reminding me that I'm just little me, right? Sometimes I feel all of these things I need to do, all these roles, but I'm, still their little brother, and that is very grounding.
Yeah, I think part of it is what I call doing a little bit of digging. What I mean by that is asking questions, like asking if he's all right, asking if how his day is. You'd be surprised how many brothers nobody's ever asked them how their day was. They come in and have to fix stuff and manage things and deal with people. So nobody ever asked them, "How was your day? How did everything go?" So being able to ask that, as well as ask about their dreams. Because oftentimes men will put their dreams to the side and just take care of whatever needs to be taken care of. So be like, hey, what is it that you want to do? Is what you're doing currently, is that really what you want to do or what you have to do? So how can we get you to what you want to do to help facilitate part of that destiny? So being able to simply ask certain questions, do a little bit of digging. Of course, it's on us to kind of provide information, but take the opportunity to just ask the little things. And you'd be surprised how much we're like, oh, you know what? Here's what I'm dealing with. Here's what I'm tripping on. Here's what I wanted to get out. So just being able to ask questions, because we're not always going to be forthright in terms of some of those answers. But if you start asking, there's a good chance we'll start opening up.
That's a great question, sister. I don't know what support looks. I know what support looks like. I just don't know how to explain it. And I know that I have a lot of support around from black women, like my wife, my close friends, my mom. Like I know what it looks like. I just don't know necessarily how to explain what it is. I just think that we just gotta be there for each other. We gotta be there for each other with no judgment. We gotta be there each other. We gotta be there for each other with actual real love. Like I know the type of person I am. I'm gonna show up, for the people that I genuinely, truly, care for. I'm gonna show up for them at all times. Like I think that's just what it is. Like showing up for people when they need you. To what Doctor said is like showing up when you don't know that person may be in need. Just by simply asking somebody how are they doing, right? I think sometimes we ask people how they're doing, and we don't expect to get that real answer. But when that person dumps on you, you got to be prepared to deal with that. You just can't go on about your day like, oh, okay, like, oh, I hope you get over it. I hope you feel better. Like, no, you got to be there, with some real language, some real encouragement, some real love. So, yeah, it's not a tough question, but I know what it looks like. It's just hard to explain. I think it's more so actions than words when we're talking about support. And I know what those actions are when I see them and when I feel them, but I really think it's just about being there for them when they need you and being there for them when they're not even aware that you need them.
I would offer, don't fall for the divisive rhetoric. There's a lot of forces that are pitting black men against black women, and we are two sides of the same coin. We can't afford to be having separate conversations about stuff. I mean, yeah, there are things that are specific to women and men, but it's the same problem, right? And they pit us against each other financially, in the workplace. When you're watching the social media and folks are talking crazy, black men and black women are bosses and this, that. We got to be on one accord. We got bigger things to worry about than each other, right? So I think not feeding into the hype that pits us against each other, being truly supportive and open to conversations, not looking down on brothers if they're not as degreed as you and all of that stuff. Those are the things that are pitting us and slowing down our progress. So I think supporting us in that way by not feeding into that BS.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, y'all. I kind of got two questions, so bear with me. The first one being, what would you say are practical ways that, you know, us in the media, you know, black and brown people in the media, actually discuss things like this? Because when you look at hip hop culture and the notion of mental health, you know, advocating for better mental health, it's rare. What would you suggest to next generation of creators, whether they be musicians, whether they be filmmakers, et cetera, and then my second question being like, never mind, I kind of missed it. Yeah, y'all did touch on that.
Yeah, I don't think it's as rare as we make it out to be, man. I remember growing up, and you know, one of my favorite shows historically has been Girlfriends. And if you ever watch Girlfriends, every single person on that show was going to therapy, right? So that was like one of the first times I saw therapy being spoken about in the media. And it's really just about who you choose to follow. I think one thing that we always talk about when it comes to social media is how negative and how toxic it is. And that's true, but you can actually curate your page. You don't have to see any of that nonsense if you don't want to. So there's plenty of, you know, doctors and, you know, spiritual leaders and, you know, therapists that you can follow that are, you know, putting out those kind of messages. I mean, you know, I always say my life is the perfect balance of ratchetness and righteousness. So yeah, I might be following DJ Academic, but I'm following Sarah J. Roberts too. Right? So it's just like, you know, you gotta choose what you choose to give, you know, your attention to. Because I don't think it's as rare as we think it is. I think that, you know, a lot of that other stuff can be amplified, you know, more than what you're looking for, but that's the point. You gotta go look for it. And once you go look for it, you'll start to realize like, oh, okay, my whole feed is exactly what I've actually been searching, but you gotta be intentional about going to get it.
And just specifically, I would say listen to Big Sean, Lecrae, Andy Mineo. Those are rappers who talk about mental health stuff. Big Sean is very open about stuff that he's gone through, and it's very real. I think the Detroit 2 album is just one of my favorite rap albums because I'm like, somebody's talking about anxiety and not ashamed of it. So I agree with Charlamagne. It's out there. It's just making sure you pay attention to what you pay attention to.
Can I add two more albums to that? Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale, and the Big Steppers, and Jay-Z 444. I think in the future, those are going to go down as the two most important hip-hop albums of all time. Everything we're discussing on this stage is in those albums.
Killer Mike's Michael album, too. That Shed Tears will take all of us out.
Yep. And follow the brother Jason Wilson. We'll be bringing him up.
Jason, he's another one, absolutely.
I follow his page. It's very motivating, right? So make sure y'all follow him, too.
Hey, how y'all doing? So my name is Spencer Kidd. I'm a 26-year-old Army veteran. Served Army, things like that. So my question to you all is, as a young black man, because I've always felt like this since I was a child, right? How do you accurately speak on the atrocities in our community? Because we all know right from wrong. That's what I'm saying. Because it's innate, right? How do you accurately speak on that when quote-unquote people are losing dollars? We got too many people out here that knows exactly what's going on but don't understand about it because either money is involved or you know, status, title, things of that nature. People they tend to look at that instead of actually looking at the actual issue. And it starts with us. So how do you actually, like I said, how do you actually justly speak on that without other black folk? I'm keeping it real, being quick to defend about the shit. Excuse my language. But how do we honestly speak about this type of things when people are the office?
Sure, you pastor, you gotta tell them. You gotta tell the truth, shame the devil. Look, you just said it. Like, that's it. You be able to be forthright about it.
They ain't trying to hear that. So what do you do? That's about me.
It's called, you know, planting seeds. And so you can't plant the seed and expect to harvest in the same season. So you plant the seed, allow, you know, time to allow for weed be. and let things kind of be what they're going to be, whether people decide to receive it or not, as well as give time for that seed to to germinate. There's some seeds I've dropped years ago that I'm just now seeing the fruit of it kind of come to pass. So you can't necessarily get frustrated because it's not growing at the same rate or pace that you necessarily want it to be.
Y'all know what?
What was that opposite?
Y'all know what?
We say that, but common sense ain't always common.
Anybody else want to take that? Go ahead.
I don't speak in lanes I'm not in, and I don't do a lot with community advocacy, so I don't want to give you a wrong answer. That'd be wasting your time. So I got the same questions you got, brother.
I would say lean in, Ken. I mean, if you feel strongly about it, there's a lot of organizations in the city that are tackling the things that you're talking about. Damian Hoskins is here, that runs the Elements Hip Hop Cultural Arts Center. He's doing it. We're doing it at the Dad Initiative. You can register to get down with us right over there. There's people doing the work all over the place. I see Eddie Hawkins here. Eddie does incredible work here in the city. There's a lot of brothers that are leaning in, man. There's no quick fix because the problem took hundreds of years to create, right? So lean in. All you can do is what you can do. I agree. Peace, King.
Tatiana Sanchez, how do you speak on how you endured and reacted to no's of how getting to like this future where you can talk about how black men are affected by no's and how you took that and to encouragement for you to keep going and not take no as an answer?
That's a good question. I mean, I think that when you really truly believe in something, when you truly believe in, what it is that you're supposed to be doing, the no not gonna really impact you. Because I tell kids all the time, you will hear way more no's than you hear yeses. But all you need is that one yes. And I don't need the validation of other people, to keep going on a path that I know I'm supposed to be on. That's why it's your dream. It's your dream because, it's not anybody else. It's like you're the person that has that vision. You're the person that God is telling you this is what I want you to do. So if other people don't believe in it, I'm not upset when they don't. Like I said, I know it's gonna be a bunch more no's than it is yeses. My whole life I received way more no's than yeses. But all you need is that one yes. So I don't get discouraged by people not seeing my vision.
Thank you.
We got time for like maybe 2 more questions, so let's try to go through these quickly. Anybody else? Don't feel pressure. All right, last question.
Hi, how y'all brothers doing? Lee Terrence Lamb, personality from 106.3 here in Cincinnati. My question is this: I know your brother spoke on it earlier about using work as like dealing with trauma, and just I just wanted to ask how y'all deal with like a balance between work and life balance, especially when it comes to like the loss, like obviously with family getting older and older, seeing people pass each and every day, each and every week. How do you properly deal with that trauma and escape without feeling like sacrificing the work?
Balance is not doing everything equally. It is looking at all the necessary parts in your life and giving each one the attention and time that it deserves. So it's going to shift at different times. So don't try to give 5 hours to this, 2 days to this, 2 days to this, 2 days to that. Think about what you need to do this week and how much time and attention do I need to give to that thing. And that's how you'll be able to keep everything that's important where it's supposed to be, and it'll have the time that's left over for the things that are less important.
My co-sign that there's a great book, I can't think of the author's name right now, but the book is called Margin, and it kind of speaks to being able to have that balance and having time left over for the things that you want to do, as opposed to giving everything, all of you, and not having anything left for the things that are important. So margin is that golden word for that.
Real smart sister said to me that work-life balance doesn't exist, it's just choice. So you got to choose what's good for you. That's as simple as I can put it there. All right, with that, I think we are out of time. Last one? Okay, come on, brother.
I'm doing my name. That's a quick question. As a black man growing up, what do you deal with as far as mental health?
Hey, Jay, talking to that mic a little bit more, bro.
I said, as a black man growing up, dealing with what we deal with as far as mental health. What's the best way we can do it for our ego, knowing it can be the death of us? And then what's the biggest challenge y'all face when it comes to ego in y'all own lives?
That's a fantastic question. First thing I would tell you to do is I would go pick up a book called Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. I give everybody that book. I give copies to it. I tell every brother I know, every sister I know, go pick this book, Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. And yeah, I mean, ego is something that's going to always show up. That's why, when you learn different techniques as you start to go on your healing journey, whether it's, breathing exercises, whether it's meditation, sometimes just taking that beat can be the difference between, making a decision, based out of ego. So, ego is something that you never get rid of. You just got to know when it's popping up. And, you got to ask yourself, is this my ego talking to me in this moment? But I would definitely tell you to go get that book, Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday, man. Just when in those moments when you know it's your ego about to speak or it's your ego about to take over, take a deep breath, and have that internal conversation with yourself before you project that ego on other people.
All right, and with that, that's going to be our last question. I want to ask a favor of you all. We want to get a picture with you guys. So if you have your book, your copy of Charlemagne's book, take it out now. We want to have you all hold it up so we can get a picture of the crowd with the book held up.
Thank you.
Support those that support us. So if you got your book, if you guys on the side, you got a book, grab one, come into the shot, let's get this picture. And also, we have the founder, the originator of the Black Man Think Tank here, Dr. Eric Abercrombie. So let's make some noise for the man that started all of this. Come on up here, Doctor.
If everyone can hold their books up, please.
All right, everyone, there's Charlemagne the God, national radio show host. They was here doing a segment on mental health. There's a lot of people that can use that. Some mental health help out here in the world. Hope everyone having a great day. Welcome to the city of Cincinnati, most positive channel on the face of the earth. Here at the Jazz Festival in Cincinnati, an annual event that takes place every year. And as you can see from the crowd, draws thousands of people from out of town. Hope everyone having a blessed day. Keep your head up, surround yourself around positive people. And we welcome everyone to the channel. The chat is open, everyone. Feel free to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Spirituality, politics, current affairs, mental health. We just ask everyone to respect one another as we go around doing a little sightseeing here in the city of Cincinnati. I think I hear Bootsy Collin on stage. Everywhere you look, there's a concert. I forgot about this little show over here. Look like we got Bootsy Collins on the house, in the house, everyone. Bubba, bubba, baby. Bootsy Collins on stage, bubba bubba. Welcome to the city of Cincinnati. Hope everyone having a beautiful, blessed day. Three-day music fest here in the city of Cincinnati. Thousands of people here in the city of Cincinnati from out of town. Downtown Cincinnati, Ohio, 3-day music fest, the Jazz Festival, national R&B recording artists, New Edition Envogue, and many more are here in the city of Cincinnati. And I hear Bootsy Collins on stage right now. probably got my phone.
All right.
Okay.
You're good?
Thank you, my man.
Stay hydrated.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the city of Cincinnati, everyone. 3-day music fest. If they playing music, I'm gonna have to hit the mute button.
feel.
Y'all know we love you.
Don't you see? I just want to be here for you, there for you, here for you, there for you. But I want to be, I got to be, I need to.
Fellas, y'all gotta help me.
I want to be yours. Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati, I got one more question. Can we get funky in here this afternoon? I said, can we get funky one more time? Well, Cincy, if we can get funky, let me hear you say yeah. Back in the back, let me hear you say yeah. All the pretty people, let me hear you say yeah. All the people from Hamilton, let me hear you say yeah. Let's go! Come on, Cincy. Hands in the air, come on. Where's your hands? Come on. Where's your hands in the air? Come on, come on. Cincinnati, Ohio! Cincinnati, Ohio! Cincinnati, Ohio! Cincinnati, Ohio! Cincinnati, Ohio! Oh, okay. This must be Youngstown, Ohio. Well, if this is Cincinnati, Ohio, make some noise! Listen, Cincinnati. Now, I'd like to take a second and introduce myself to you. Now listen, my name is Lester Trojan, and I want all y'all to know that the Trojan family and the group Zap, oh man, we love y'all, and we really want to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts for buying our records, coming to our shows, but most of all, we want to thank y'all for praying for us. Yes, because without prayer, would none of us be here. So do me a favor, Cincinnati, Hamilton, Fairfield, New Miami, give yourself a round of applause, please. Right. Now I got a question for y'all. Was this event beautiful today? Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Commissioner, listen, bring me your mic, Nick. Bring me your mic, Nick. Listen. Give me one, Tony. Now, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. We've been around the world. I mean, literally. We've been to Jamaica, Africa, Japan, all over the world. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. We've never, ever been in a place, LA, New York, all the places we've been, Philadelphia. We've never been treated like we've been treated today. This is beautiful, Commissioner, City of Cincinnati. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your hard work. Everybody in my family, from everybody in my group, this is amazing. My brother's sons, this is a beautiful thing. Listen, thank you so much, and may God bless you and your family forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Do me a favor, Cincinnati, give the commissioner a round of applause. Now, listen, Commissioner, I got a question. Since this was so nice, I got a question. Do you know that God is good? Do y'all know that God is good? Do y'all know that God is good? Well, if God has done something great for you, I want you to put your right hand over there. Put your right hand over there. Now, put your left hand over there. Now, look. Now, when I say this next thing, if God done something for you, I want you to run around like me and the commissioner get ready to do. Okay? You know what? God is real. God is real. Oh, my God. God is real. We've had a wonderful time, and they keep telling me to cut. If I don't cut, then they're gonna take my check, okay? Now we can't have that, right? Because all my kids and my grandkids and my great-grandkids,
They all out there, they looking for that, okay? Now listen, Cincinnati, when I count to 4, if you enjoy yourself, when I count to 4, I want you to make so much noise that they hear y'all way over there across the river, okay? 4, noise, okay? 4, what we gonna do, Commissioner? 4, noise. 4, scream, okay? Y'all got it? 1. When I count to 4, I want everybody to scream, okay? 1, 2, even if you're going over there on the hot side. When I count to 4, y'all make some noise, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you, Commissioners. Now listen, Cincinnati. Now we got to go. They said we got to get out of here. They said we don't walk them out. We got to go catch a plane and get out of here. But you know what? We gonna party a little bit longer. They'll bring them out there and let's do this until the commissioner kick us out of there, okay? Cincinnati, we gonna party all night long. Let's go, let's go, let's go, get them, bring them, bring them, bring them, bring them, come on, Charlie, where Patheria at, come on, y'all better come on, kid, what you doing back there, come on, let's have them, all right, one time, come on, yeah. Show that we have unity. We all gonna go to the same dance. Y'all better come on out here. We gonna go back to the old school snake on. Come on. We gonna do the snake on. Y'all ready to do the snake? I see it. They already starting to move. They starting to move. If you're ready to do the snake, then let me hear you say this. Just say, I'm ready. Go this way. Bring it up. That party up here ain't nothing out there. Now y'all say, party out here ain't nothing up there.
All right, now, Cincinnati, I want to know one thing. Are y'all ready to do that 1985 Cabbage Patch before we go?
We won't do the Cabbage Patch.
All my pretty people, y'all ready for the Cabbage Patch?
Come on.
Well, if you ready for the Cabbage Patch, just sing, I'm ready. I'm ready. Cabbage Patch. Come on, sister. Come on, Kim Davis.
Oh yeah. Yes, we do. Agent Shirley Mola. Commissioner Reese, I made the band, y'all. I made the band. And featuring you. Y'all did it. Happy birthday, enjoy. Love y'all.
Cincinnati, Ohio. 3-day music fest in Cincinnati, Ohio. And there was Zap, R&B group Zap was on stage. Computer Love. I Want to Be Your Man, R&B Zap. Shirley Murdoch. What's going on, Sister L. Rach? Janice R&B group Zap just got done performing Computer Love, California Love. Shirley Murdoch was here. I missed that. And I missed Bootsy Collins, baby. Bubba, bubba. Put your hands up like you just don't care. I can't keep up with all the events out here. I was over here at one event. I forgot this event was going on. There's probably 20 other concerts going on. You can't be everywhere at once. There's too much going on. Now, what else is going on in the city? I need a schedule. So many things going up, you can't keep up with everything. Everyone new to the channel, welcome to the most positive channel on the face of the earth. Coming to you from the city of Cincinnati, Mr. Community. Downtown Cincinnati for the 3-day music fest, jazz festival. Zap just got off stage, Computer Love, I Want to Be Your Man, California Love. Shirley Murdoch was up there, Bootsy Collins. Later on today, New Edition gonna be in the house with Envogue and many more. I need a schedule of events. I'm walking around in circles trying to hope everyone having a great day. Hope to find everyone in the best of health. I can't see the comments right now, but welcome to the city of Cincinnati. Jazz festival, thousands of people in town. Seems like 1,000 concerts going on. I can't be everywhere at once. And I wish YouTube would let us play the music so we won't have to hit the mute button. But YouTube don't like to let people have fun. So whenever we hear music, everyone, I got to hit that mute button. Like right now, and I hear music. Mingle in the chat, make new friends, talk about whatever you want to talk about. Gotta hit the mute button, everyone. We got music playing. Right, my man.
Cherry berry. We hear you.
Well, basically, the pricing works. It's one for 20, 2 for 30, 4 for 50, or 10 for 100. And if you do 10 for 100, I can throw in an extra 2 or 3 out of it. But I'm pretty sure I sold it as you were, walking off. Because I do have these. Here, she might like these. Same candy, just different package. You hear that?
Wow, somebody bought that already.
UFO 777, how you doing, family? Everyone new to the channel, welcome to the city of Cincinnati. Most positive channel on the face of the earth, Mr. Community. We're all about providing a positive channel for positive people to come mingle and make friends and putting a spotlight on the homeless crisis. Ah! All right, everyone, had to hit that mute button due to the music. No fun YouTube, do not allow music on this platform. YouTube don't want the people to have fun. All right, everyone. Hope everyone having a great day. Hope to find everyone in the best of health. Hope to find you, your loved ones, your friends in the best of health. Welcome to the most positive channel on the face of the earth, Mr. Community, coming to you from the city of Cincinnati, down here at the 3-day music fest in Cincinnati. There's a lot going on down here. Everywhere you turn, there's something going on. Thousands of people from out of town. I'm trying to bring you to all the events from the comfort of your home. The chat is wide open. Feel free to mingle in the chat. Do a little sightseeing here in the city of Cincinnati. Feel free to talk about whatever's on your mind. Spirituality, politics, current affairs. You know, the real things of life that matters. If you got a business you want to promote, feel free to promote your business. We all about supporting each other. We also dedicated to putting a spotlight on the homeless crisis. We got several videos where you can see us at the homeless camps, helping out the homeless family. Just trying to put some positive energy out here in the universe. When they play music, everyone, I gotta hit that mute button. YouTube do not like to let the people have fun. I got several warnings every time I do let the music play. So I gotta abide by the rules. So whenever they play music, I gotta hit that mute button. There's nothing wrong with your phone, but I gotta hit that mute button.
I'm really glad though you found us so strange.
Welcome to the city of Cincinnati, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great day down here doing a little people watching, doing a 3-day music fest downtown Cincinnati. There's a lot going on. I'm gonna try to get you to all the spots if I can keep up.
But it's so interesting that what it helps you was actually having
Once again, super thank you for the donation. Appreciate everyone who donated, truly appreciate it. Sometimes I'll be able to get to see the notifications. Appreciate everyone who donated. No one should be without a home. That's my philosophy. Elect Mr. Community as president, and I'm gonna see to it that everyone on this planet have a decent place to stay. We place health over wealth, humanism over capitalism, the hell with money. If you have human life, Once Mr. Community become president, everyone have a decent place to stay. Not a mansion, but a decent place to stay once I become president. And everything nature give you is going to be free once I become president. Nature give us water for free. So guess what? Human beings will not have to pay for water once I become president. Good, clean, alkaline spring water will be free. Nature give us fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, herbs, and potatoes. So once I become president, all of that is going to be free. Everything nature give you shall be free. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, herbs. All that come from nature. And we will not violate nature by taking water from nature, putting it in a store, and charging human beings for it. We will not violate divine universal nature laws by taking fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, herbs, and potatoes from the earth, putting it in a store, and charging human beings for it. Once I become president, we're gonna get some real change, not that fake change that politicians be selling you every 4 years. So elect Mr. Community for president. The world got a long way to go. No one should be without a home. No one. Craig Mack, how you doing, family? First live stream of the day. Been on here for a little over 3 hours. Downtown Cincinnati. They got the 3-day music fest here in the city of Cincinnati. They got concerts all over the place. Different events all over the place, thousands of people from out of town. Yesterday, was that yesterday or Thursday? Thursday, they had the old school concert with KRS-One, MC Light, EPMD, and Black Sheep. Then yesterday, they had the R&B concert with Maxwell, Fantasia, Neo, October London. Tonight, they're gonna have New Edition, Envogue, and many, many more. So we just down here doing a little sightseeing. And of course, putting a spotlight on the homeless crisis. And we just left a free concert over here in the park. They had Zap performing, Computer Love, I Want to Be Your Man, Shirley Murdoch was performing, and Bootsy Collins was performing. And then they had Charlemagne the God over here talking. He gave a speech on mental health, so we got to check that out. And there's a lot of people out here that could use some help with mental health. Whole world going crazy. So we've been doing a lot out here trying to cover everything. And of course, we're putting a spotlight on the homeless crisis. No matter what we're doing, no matter how much fun we're having, we got to stick to the root, which is putting a spotlight on the homeless crisis. Been live for a little over 3 hours. We'll be taking a break pretty soon. Go to Kroger, get some good organic fruits and vegetables. Go over to my mother's house and chill with family for a little while. Then I'll be right back out here, downtown Cincinnati, checking out the scenery. There's a lot going on in the city. And you can check it all out from the comfort of your home. I'll be trying to cover everything that's going on here in the city of Cincinnati for this big old weekend. Thousands of people in from out of town. They had a think tank down here discussing mental health. a topic that needs to be discussed more and more in America. A lot of people going crazy.
Where are you? Spotted cow. Spotted cow beer.
The city of Cincinnati, everyone. I hope everyone having a beautiful, blessed day. Been out here for a little over 3 hours trying to check out all the festivities here in Cincinnati over the weekend. 3-day music fest. There's a lot going on. Hard to keep up with everything. I'm about to go to Kroger, take a break, get me some good organic fruits and vegetables, go relax over at some family members' house. Then I'll be back out later on as we do some more people watching here in the city of Cincinnati. Thousands of people from out of town. New Edition will be performing later on with Envogue, Kim, and a lot of other R&B acts. We got Rappin' Nelly coming to Cincinnati pretty soon. Rappin' Nelly gonna be performing after a Cincinnati Reds game. Nelly will be here 9:20. And then 8:31, Shaquille O'Neal gonna be in Cincinnati. DJ Shaquille O'Neal. Man of steel on the wheels of steel. Feel good out here in the city of Cincinnati. Beautiful weather. People out here having a beautiful time with friends and family members, enjoying some music, trying to escape from the everyday madness in the world. Good luck with that. But, gotta give it a try. When you come across positive content that you like, support it. Hit that like button, subscribe button, show some love. Not just to this channel, but to all the channels out there trying to put something positive out here in the universe. Bongo, how you doing, Bongo? Hope you're having a great day, Bongo. I can't hardly see the chat right now, but it look like I see red bricks. Okay, you had your grandson. All right, red bricks. Family time, family time. Appreciate you dropping in, showing some love. Get that family time in, red bricks. Family is everything. One of our positive family members, red bricks, very good soul. Herbalists over hospitals, everyone. Yes, sir. Life is short, life is fragile. Make time to be with your loved ones. Create some beautiful memories. Cherish your loved ones. Enjoy your life here in the physical realm. Loved ones over money. Loved ones over your job. Make more time to be with your loved ones. Life is fragile. Life is short. Enjoy the time you have here. Laugh, smile, be happy. This is what I'm about to go do right now. Eat more organic fruits and vegetables. Cincinnati, Ohio, where the party just don't stop. There's a lot going on all weekend here in the city of Cincinnati. Music fests all over the place, concerts all over the place. Thousands of people from out of town coming to see some of the biggest acts in R&B. 4:26 p.m. here in the city of Cincinnati. Welcome everyone to the most positive channel on the face of the earth. We go live to give positive people a positive platform to come talk, mingle, make new friends, talk about whatever's on your mind. We also go live to put a spotlight on this, the homeless crisis. Hard living out here. Everybody's not partying this weekend. Got to keep reminding myself that everyone is not partying. Some people out here without a home. Terrible, terrible, terrible. No one should be without a home. Three-day music fest is the last thing on some people's minds out here. Some people need a home more than they need concerts. Cash Out, Mr. Helping the Homeless. That's where you donate. You want to help the children. You want to help the homeless. You want to help us get out here and start juicing for the homeless and for the children. And by the way, if you got a business you want to promote, this ain't no one-way street. Feel free to promote anything you got going on. Ask the people for support, because that's what we all about. Group economics, supporting one another, the people coming together, looking out for each other. It's not poor versus rich. It's not black versus white. It's not Republican versus Democrat, conservative versus liberal. It's the people versus the system. Don't forget that. Yes. We come to this channel to laugh and smile, make new friends, talk about different issues, politics, spirituality. We also give great health tips, all about holistic healing, juicing. I'll be giving some great juice recipes for diabetes, for high blood pressure, for kidney problems and all that. You get a little bit of everything on this positive channel. I gave a recipe for the kidneys early in the beginning of this live stream. For anyone dealing with health, with some kidney issues, I gave the recipe for some kidneys earlier in the beginning of the live stream. We'll be giving more recipes in the future for lungs, high blood pressure, cancer, diabetes, lupus, all that. I encourage everyone, find yourself a good herbalist. Stop getting drugged up by big pharma. Get away from all that prescribed medicine with side effects. There's no way to live. You're not supposed to be living with lupus and high blood pressure all your life and taking medications with side effects all your life. Find yourself a good herbalist. Two great herbalists is Yahki Awaken, Y-A-H-K-I Awaken. You can find him on YouTube. Go to his website, YahkiAwaken.com. And another one is DivineMedicinals.com. Go get your health together. Take your health in your own hands. Not yet, Red Bricks. Thanks for reminding me though, Red Bricks. I haven't did that yet, but thanks for reminding me. Gotta hit the mute button, everyone. Man, it's packed down here. Gotta hit the mute button whenever they start playing music. So when that mute button come on, that's because they got music playing. Hey, bro, how much y'all toothpaste? Busy, 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 busy.
Excuse me. Here we go, shot it, G. Where it go like that? Middle. In the middle? That's wrong. Where it go? That's your one.
You gotta be more careful.
Somebody has to win this money. Where it go? Which one, man? You see it? You gotta do it again. That was wrong. That big W was right. Now watch this go here. Who saw where it went that time like that? Where is that ball? Which one y'all thought it was? Going in, right? Wrong. I put both of y'all. You got money. You can't win if you go. Who else saw it? Anybody else see it?
Working as a team, this boy runs around.
Yeah. That's the oldest trick in the book, yeah.
This boy come up like, I bet it's 40.
Oh, I won.
Oh, I won. He come back and
Ice cold water, $1.
Hustle, man. I ain't falling for that hustle. Got everybody out here. The hustlers, fans, entertainers, the homeless, the crazy. Out here trying to hustle people. As hard as people work for their money, out here trying to hustle people. The Farmer's Fridge. I gotta check this place out. This looks like it's right up my alley. Located on the first floor. Gotta check out the Farmer's Fridge. See what's in this refrigerator, or her refrigerator. Ooh, downtown Cincinnati is super busy. I ain't been coming to the jazz festival just walking around in so long, I ain't know it was still this busy. City make a lot of money around this time of the year. Invest some of that money back into the community, city. Hustle man out there trying to hustle people for their hard-earned money. This is where he belong, right here. Hustle man belong to be right here.
Yeah.
Saturday here in the city of Cincinnati, 4:51 p.m. First live stream of the day. We downtown Cincinnati. Been doing a little sightseeing, people watching for the 3-day music fest here in the city of Cincinnati, the Jazz Festival. Some of your biggest R&B acts in town: Maxwell, Neo, New Edition, October London, Envogue. Old School Rap was Thursday with KRS-One, Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone. MC Light, EPMD, Black Sheep. We had R&B group Zap on stage not too long ago. I think Bootsy was down there performing, but we missed that. Shirley Murdoch missed that. Talk show host Charlemagne the God was here holding a panel on mental health. Ricky Smiley, comedian Ricky Smiley, a radio show host Ricky Smiley and the Brett was here Thursday and Friday. Thousands of people here in the city of Cincinnati. And don't forget, we also have the homeless out here. All right, everyone. Been out here for a little over 3 hours. I'm about to take a break. I'm at my usual spot, Kroger. About to go in here and get some organic fruits and vegetables. Go over to my mother's house, my brother's house, and take a break. Then I shall return. We'll be heading downtown Cincinnati Hope they don't cut the stream off like they did last night. Went downtown to try to check out Maxwell and Fantasia, and they cut my darn stream off. So we'll see if they do that again tonight when we go downtown to try to check out new edition Envogue. Never going to get it, never going to get it, and all that. There's a lot of people in wheelchairs, yeah. Yeah, there is, now that you bring that to my attention, LH. The very, very observant LH, everyone. She was a private detective in another lifetime. LH don't miss a thing. Very good sister, very observant, don't miss a thing. All right, everyone. I'm at Kroger. Keep your head up, surround yourself around positive people. Get outside in nature, get some of this vitamin D from the sun. Try to walk 30 minutes a day. Health is wealth. Try to bless someone today. If you're going through something, put your pride to the side. Let someone bless you. Spend more time with your friends and family members. It's health over wealth. The heck with worshiping money. The heck with putting your job over your family. Life is short. Get out here, spend time with your loved ones. And take care of your health, everyone. Eat organic fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and herbs. Drink alkaline water, spring water. And contact the herbalist. Get an herbalist in your life. Herbalist over hospitals. There's a lot going on there, Rach. Ooh. Mental health. Mental health. Mental health. Mental health. Mental health. LH always making people mad. See what you done did, LH. Now I gotta log off and try to calm this person down. LH then did it again, everyone. This is what LH do, everyone. All right, everyone, peace. I shall return in a couple hours. I gotta try to calm this person down. LH did it again. Shall return, everyone, 2 to 3 hours. Cincinnati Jazz Festival, thousands of people here in the city. We're gonna try to sneak and check out some new edition tonight. Peace, everyone. Red Bricks, LH, everyone. Show love. My man who donated today, thank you, family, truly appreciate it. Shall return, everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna be very careful. Peace, everyone. Give me a couple more hours and we shall return back downtown Cincinnati. What LH do to you, man? What did LH do?